welcome back to my latest video. My name is Emil and today I am here with my arch enemy, the MESA BOOGIE rectifier. This is a single rectifier, so it's a 50 watt instead of the 100 and 150 watt which you would find on a dual or a triple rectifier. So when I bought this, it's a fairly rare amp. I mean, a 50 watt rectifier, you don't see that a lot. So my thoughts was I wanted something lower in wattage so I could push the output a little bit more. At least that's how I'm used to do it with my vintage Marshalls and other amps. But this amp doesn't really work like your typical amp. I'm having some difficulties finding a good sound with this one, and I mean, this isn't a new amp for me. I've had this for a while and I don't think it's down to tweaking, or if I know it's a difficult amp to set. All the EQ knobs, they like interact with each other, so if you move something then something else happens. And I mean, it's not a tweak thing, it's more of this isn't the right sound for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, the song I just played in the beginning here, it totally works with the rectifier, and I have, for some of my songs, I have the need for that sound, but otherwise this tight, heavily distorted sound, this aggressive sound doesn't really fit my needs. Although I am going to show you some cool sounds that I'm getting out of the amp, and that is like the content of today's video. I'm not gonna do I'm not like that heavy riffer with like shug kind of thing, but I'm gonna demonstrate this thing for you. And one question I have, is it possible to find a good lead tone on this amp? I mean, a lead tone is always subjective, but for me, I want something that really sings and feels great. My experience with this amp is when I play solos, or when I've tried at least, it feels like the strings are just tightened and they're made of lead or something. So it's like really hard to play solos, and I don't know really why. I guess it's the feedback you're getting from the amp, and it's for me, it's not a lead amp. For many of you guys it might be. I don't know. I've had a Mesa Mark V, which was a totally different beast. I've also owned the Tri-Axis and Mesa BOOGIE 290, and that was also phenomenal, playing single note stuff. I own a Mesa Transatlantic 15 watter, which is just great if you push the cleans, and you can really get some cool sounds out of that. But this amp, we're not getting along. So I don't know, this video isn't a rant about this amp. This is a very cool amp. It's actually one of the best looking amps there is, period. So but we're not getting along, so we'll see what happens today, and if I will keep it, or if I just clone it with a Kemper and just say goodbye to it. I don't know. But anyways, this is in the clean channel. So I mean, I have to admit, the cleans are very, very good on this amp. It's very Fenderish and very beautiful. This is I have the output and master fairly low. Yes, the presence about 2 o'clock. I have the bass 12 o'clock on the clean sound, just boost some bass. I have the mids at 9 o'clock, so not a lot of mids. The highs are so hard to see on these notes, but the treble is at 3 o'clock and gain at 9 o'clock, so it isn't a lot of gain going on. But if I use my bridge pickup, it like already breaks up. So if I back the gain even more and also the output, we have very clean sound. So no doubt about it, this the clean section in this amp is beautiful. I'm not sure if I prefer the cleans from the TA15. Actually, I don't know. I think the Mesa Mark V was also very good. So I'm not sure. This isn't a comparison video, just this one, but we'll see in the future. So let's get some distorted tones out of this. So get the output up to 12 o'clock, master at 2 o'clock. Let's see if we push the gain up to 12 o'clock. We have... sound, a little pushed clean sound, very beautiful, but I guess from here it just for me goes straight downwards. We're still in the clean channel, clean mode, but if I bring the gain up even more, this is like 3 o'clock, the madness is... Okay, so let's start with lowering the bass a little bit. not that bad. Okay, so what happens if you on a Marshall amp or a vintage amp like that, if you crank basically the power section, the master volume, you'll get some power amp distortion, which just makes the sound unbelievably cool and actually help things, I think, to my ears when you play solos. So on this amp, if from here, if I crank the power section, which you can do either by raising the master volume or the output, it kind of have the same effects. But let's push the master all the way up. Still have the output on 50%, so it's not really. Let's crank that maybe to 2 o'clock. You can hear all the noise. Still isn't that bad. I don't know, maybe I can change my mind about this amp. So if we crank the outputs even more, I don't know, this thing is gonna explode, or it's gonna make some noises anyway. So this is the full, no, actually it's not even the full amount of gain in the clean channel. So this is just the clean mode. So this amp is ridiculous. It has so much gain, it is not even usable. So I'm wasting too much time here in the clean channel. Let's back things off and see what the pushed mode in the clean channel does. So I have the gain on 12 o'clock, master at 3 o'clock, and output at 50%. So we have this. I don't like this tone as much as the clean, but anyway, let's crank the gain up to 3 o'clock. With this amp, if you have too much gain, it isn't. So it's about finding the sweet spot on this amp. So this is gain at 3 o'clock. It sounds like it's way too boxy. I don't like that. Okay, let's see what this amp is all about. Let's go to the distorted channel and check out the pushed. No, what am I saying? The modern setting. Let's do that. Right. And we have this. So this is the heavy rhythm sound, and I think it sounds pretty cool actually when I'm hearing it right now. I don't know, but still output and master at 12 o'clock, have the presence at 2 o'clock, have the bass all the way down like 9 o'clock, mids to maybe 10 o'clock, and treble at 2 o'clock, and gain almost 1 o'clock in the modern mode. So that's already pretty brutal. So if we kick the gain up to 3 o'clock, I don't know, maybe that's too much. Yeah, maybe actually back that down and see what happens if we push the output. So let's do that to like 3 o'clock. Okay, I don't know. I think a moderate gain setting on this amp is best. Also, if you push these amps with a tube screamer with the gain all the way down and maybe tone to your preferences, it will tighten things up. And there are tons of videos about that on the internet. So. I'm not gonna do that today. I just wanted to show you like a amp only thing, how it sounds, and but you can look that up easily, and that is a trick to help tame these amps a little bit. Basically what it does, it boosts the mids some and tighten the low end. So I don't know if raising the mids does kind of the same. I don't know. I don't know. But this amp is all about scooped mid, so that sounds pretty cool anyway. Let's just real quick check out the vintage setting. And you can hear the gain drops quite a bit. So maybe add some more, see what happens. And if you raise the output a little bit. It's too boxy, so let's drop the bass to 0 and see what happens. No, that just killed it. Let's raise the mids. Nope, still muddy. Let's raise the treble. Nope. So, I mean, this amp is just too much tweaking. I want one gain knob and that's it. But anyway, it's the modern sound maybe that I have a problem with. I'm gonna continue tweaking some and come up with a cool lead sound, and I'm gonna play you guys a song at the end here, and we'll see if it sounds good and if I can play it. It starts to sound good, so I don't know. like I said, this is my nemesis. This is my this is a very hard amp, and I get sick just turning it on, and I love it at the same time. So it's like a hate-love relationship. So very cool amp, and we'll see about the lead stuff. Okay.